12? Take it in, then when you're done, take it into the museum, and if you get the answers correct,
you know, like you can buy it.
and put in for a raffle.
I just want to see where the actual thing.
The last time it sounded like somebody.
Wow.
We go way up.
That's my native land
Very well mannered. You're doing a good job with them.
I'm going to make me think hard.
It's personality. It's part of the animals.
So she should be, this is a true story.
Okay, and the first weekend in August. What type of training is he going for?
For therapy, like comfort dog therapy.
I see, okay.
The ones that go into like
Hospitals, nursing homes.
things like that.
Yeah, gotta be a well-mannered, easy-going dog, right?
Yeah.
12
Well,
hours.
that's basically
12 hours.
probably the smaller dogs.
That'll be my third.
I don't know. Oh, yeah.
Like lap dogs?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, those are nippy.
Somebody's looking for us. Okay.
Shall we carry on, young lady?
There's ask for Andy down there and have him walk on the, and you'll hear the.
Oh, he's got that in the shoes?
You can leave a mark. Thanks for coming.
Oh, they've got a bunch of
Jack.
Somebody out there.
But the best way to eat it is out here over the fire. And then my mom also makes suburban pies. Pies and stuff. Out here? Yeah. This is, we'll put holes underneath it. So then you just put holes and put them under and let it cook.
What is that? French had it too, I can remember too. These are games for kids. So this one you have to swing it until it comes and lands in here. And it's not easy to do. And as it hits, if you don't want it to bounce back, you have to kind of go down as it hits and goes in the cup. So once you see that, it's going to go in the cup. Just go down.
I think, yeah. I don't know. You were here too. What is it? Was it like this? Was it? Oh, kind of looked like.
The skin is not scraping too good.
Looked like this here. Brown like that. Copper.
No, wasn't not all.
Oh.
Down toward you. Get past the shoulders and straight.
To be back here.
So the well's on the flanks. I've actually chopped that.
How you doing today?
Here I don't really do that much
leather
work back in the
work.
day.
Rough
For
leather
various
work,
things.
fast and
A lot of them I
made
have
it
been able
last,
to
heavy
turn.
duty. I usually start off with a rough piece of leather like
Sometimes put
this.
the hair into my garden and
Fashion it
put
into a piece like
protein
this.
helps break the garden up, breaks the soil up a bit.
I used the leather
Let's see,
punch
I've
to
seen,
punch some holes in it.
I've seen
15, 10, 12. That one's fine.
Yeah, and I put that rawhide around it. It was, actually, it was just wood mat that I found.
It's a neat mechanical thing.
Have any questions, sir?
Yes, yes, you did.
But you remember he gave you the real one.
Oh, flint napping.
You forgotten that?
Yes, sir.
He gave you the real one. Yeah, I got flint and steel. How do I get that edge?
That you need to take. If it's like this, you can't do it.
Right.
If it's like this, I take either a hard piece of wood or a piece of stone and hit the edge of it.
Oh, and just fracture it.
Yes, just fracture it, like here.
Pirate Joe! He said this would be a place to
Okay.
do something and they can get away.
Yeah,
Hey,
I heard him.
Probably don't need a whole lot, do you?
Yeah, I'll just throw it in. I'll put 120. I'll put 120 grains. We'll make a nice big.
What I can do is I can give you
getaway. He's making the getaway.
Making it. Okay.
Okay, just water
Oh,
in
yeah.
Your ambush was spoiled.
He's just making a boomer. No
Put
ball.
on it, put on it.
Hey! What's going on over there? Out of here! Burn the hole!
Uh-oh. He's gonna return fire.
Ah, you silly pirate! Ah! Too much. Here, hand me my ramrod, Andrea. Where's the other one? Ah, he's
He's right there behind the grass.
He's hiding.
He's right there.
Where is he? Where's that pirate? I got him! Fire in the hole! Hey, give me a $1 bill.
How you feeling? I got what else? I got the cure for what else?
Yep, it's a carminative. It'll soothe you and relax you, make you go sleepy by.
It's like, oh, you need a
Yeah.
I know that's good for like your heart and stuff off of the mood.
Yeah, don't use hawthorn berries for your heart though. Even though they're red, you think they'd be good for your heart, they're not.
You probably deserve it.
The brimstone is for when you are phlegmatic. It is hot and that's what I use it for. And people will continue to use it until never stop until they finally run the out.
little scarce at the moment.
Dogs are welcome if you want to come in. Most of the boxes smell like cats because they rub up against them in the shop.
Pretty exciting stuff there.
Snake, mouse, and rabbit, all those things are on the ground. So if you're trying to find a mouse hiding in the tall grass, and you were zipping across the field at breakneck speeds, you're going to starve to death. You're never going to find it. So hawks don't speed. They soar, they fly, these have fantastic eyesight, find things hiding in the grass. I'm not telling you they're lazy, they're not. With my own eyes, I've seen a big old female red-tailed hawk crash into a 6-foot-tall thorn bush and catch the rabbit that's underneath. Yeah, that's not a lazy bird. That's a tough bird. But they're not built for speed, they're built for soar, and they're catching them from now. Falcons, on the other hand, well, falcons often eat other birds. Easy to find a bird, see them all the time, not easy to catch them. If you want to catch another bird, you've got to be faster than they are, and falcons are. So knowing that a hawk is built for soar, a falcon is built for speed, everybody point to the shape of the falcon. Which one looks faster? Which one like a Saracen sword cutting through the air? Which one's all sharp and pointy? Which one's on this side? Very good. Long wings, ice dies, big or small, brown or gray, shaped like this, falcon for speed. So we're going to point to the hawk. He's sitting right here. Is your hawk? Yeah, you're right. Check out the shape of the hawk. Big broad wings, soar.
So the young ones have a stripe too.
Now you know the difference. Give her a hand. All right, I think you guys are ready for your test now. I'm going to pass the bird off to my son. Isn't genetics fun? This is actually pretty funny. My son is 15. And when he was little, he would hold the smaller birds. He started holding Jack. You know, Jack's 28. So he was holding Jack several years ago. Jack doesn't like tall, skinny people. And so, you know, he was fine with my son when he was this high. But now Jack's like, oh my God. Everybody's kind of like that with him, though, so it's all right. Hey, Sophia, do you have that bird? It's pretty hot out here, isn't it? There we go. This, my friends, is an American kestrel. She is full grown. Look at the bird. This is as big as she's ever going to get. She only weighs 5 ounces. That's just as big as kestrels get. Sophia, how old is she now? She's 13, the bird is 16. The American kestrel is a relatively common bird of prey, but not as common as they used to be. We're talking about that good thing. So here's your test. Who thinks American kestrel is a small hawk? Possible. Who thinks American kestrel is a small falcon? Possible. Who's not willing to guess because you don't have enough information? Don't you every test is like that? A, B, C. I don't know. Kestrels aren't that kind of chicken. Like a hawk, they catch most of the food in the ground. Grasshoppers, mice, insects, things like that. But like a falcon, they will catch birds in the air. So what does that tell us? Nothing. Because Cooper Hawks do the same thing. Where do they nest? The hawk makes a big stick nest in the tree. Falcons will get to the cliff. What do kestrels do? They don't do either. They nest in old woodpecker holes in dead trees. There's only one sure way to tell the difference between a hawk and a falcon, and that is the shape of their wings. All right. Now you see their wings, are they big and broad or long and pointy? Long and pointy. That makes a ray? Very good. The American kestrel is the smallest type of falcon found in North to be fooled by that small size. I was. When I was a young lad, reading books about hawks and falcons, and yes, I did, I thought kestrels are kind of wimpy. You know, they're tiny, they eat grasshoppers, and it's true they do those things. But when they want to hunt hard, they really can. I've been watching kestrels for years in the wild. I once saw a wild kestrel kill a starling. You know what a starling is? Little black speckly bird, same size she is. Strangled. I couldn't believe it. I once saw a kestrel take off from the top of the tower, zip across a huge field, used a row of bushes to hide her approach, and tried to catch an English house sparrow by somebody's bird feeder. I was so impressed, I paced off the distance. From the tower to the bushes, I'm guessing we're about 300 yards. 3 football fields. Hey folks, if you see a sparrow 300 yards away and you think you can catch it, you're a falcon. Nobody else would even consider that. So she may be tiny, but they are a hunting bird. That's exactly what they do in your yard. How cool is that? If you have woods, you put up the same box, you get screech owls. You can't lose. Thanks a lot, Sophia. That's Fluffy, the American kestrel. You guys want to know her full name, don't you? It's Fluffy the Sparrow Slayer. Sorry. Now, the American kestrel and the red-tailed hawk are both diurnal, active during the day. There's obviously nocturnal, nighttime birds of prey as well. Those are the owls. Cool thing about owls, every type of owl has a different call. So if you're out camping in the woods, you hear an owl hoot, you can tell what kind it is, and that's handy because owls are hard to see. You guessed, to help you out, I'm gonna do some owl calls for you. Hey, everybody's gotta have a hobby. All right, here's what you're listening for. If you're this one, never heard that in a tree before? A tiny owl. That same owl makes a different call. They also sound like this, same bird. Close.
Yep, that's fine.
That's really good.
That's not a horse. Who said horse? Horse goes like this. Right there. But if you hear that whinny up in a tree, it's a screech owl. Full-grown screech owls are that big. If you hear this one, this is the one the old bird books say they go, "Who cooks for you? Who cooks for you all?" I'm not making this up. All the bird books say that. But it sounds more like this. Who cooks for you? Who cooks for you all? You hear that? That's a barred owl. B-A-R-R-E-D, barred in stripes. But if you hear this, one more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a great horned owl, and that's kind of how we like you guys to be. This, my friends, is a great horned owl, another relatively common species found in this part of the country. You can sure see why they're called a great horned owl. They look like they have horns, and of course they don't. Those are just feathers coming out of the top of her head, not horns, and have nothing with hearing either. Being a nighttime bird, she's got a completely different set of adaptations. Huge eyes to pick up any kind of light. She can see in the dark about 100 times better than we can. Think about it like this. I'm a much larger species of animal than she is. I outweigh her by hundreds of pounds. Yeah, her eyes are as big as mine. It's kind of a trip, isn't it? You want to see in the dark as well as this bird for our size body, your eyes be the size of a softball or a grapefruit. That'd be a good look, wouldn't it? Huge eyes. Huge eyes pick up any kind of light. They've also got excellent hearing, but this is confusing because you can't see her ears. Her ears are literally right next to her eyes, and they do face forward. The wide, flat face of an owl is like doing this all the time. It helps them hear. My favorite adaptation, silent flight. You ever heard a pigeon or a duck, or if you're lucky, a falcon fly close to you? You can hear them because they're fast. Fast birds have hard, stiff feathers, flap, flap, flap. Owls, soft feathers. When they flap their wing, it doesn't make any noise. They're not quick like a hawk. They're not fast like a falcon. Little questions like this. They're silent. They literally catch up on their prey. They sneak up on their prey. Look at the size of the feet on this bird. They're huge. It's not the biggest owl in the world, but it is one of the toughest. These birds have been known to take stuff as big as a wild turkey or Canada goose. It's not typical, but they have done it. They're the only predator that routinely goes after skunks. Fantastic eyesight. Incredible hearing. No sense of smell. Well, what's an owl's favorite food? What do all owls like to eat? Mice. Does anybody happen to have a dead mouse with them?
You do.
Oh, I brought a spare. It's in here somewhere. I get my dead stuff mixed up. Usually it's in my pocket. Always be sure to check your pockets before you do your laundry. Here we go. One more dead mouse. I buy these by the pound frozen, but it's thawed out now. Thaws out pretty quick on a day like today. Who would like to see the owl eat the dead mouse? Who does not want to see the owl eat the dead mouse? Too bad. Close your eyes. Everybody's got to eat. Minerva has got the dead mouse. It's gone. The tail goes down last. I call that beak floss. That's my worst joke, and you laughed at it. That's not good. They swallow their prey whole, and the undigestible stuff they'll cast back up in a pellet. You've all heard of owl pellets, but lots of birds do that. Hawks and falcons, even songbirds, will cast up pellets of insect exoskeletons. It's a natural thing for birds to do. A couple of quick things about owls you folks should know. You've all noticed how she can turn her head and look straight back, right? Her head does not go around and around and around. In fact, her neck is only this big around, the rest is all feathers. She just has more neck bones than you do. So looking straight back is easy for her. If I touch her here, poke, 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 now. If I touch her here, my finger goes all the way in. That's all just feathers. And finally, it's amazing how warm she got so fast. It's hot out here. She's about done. You've all heard the term, wise old owl. It's really misleading. Owls are not even smart compared to other birds. Some birds are really smart. Crows and ravens, parrots, all hugely intelligent animals. Owls, not so much. They don't have to be smart. She can see in the dark, she can fly without making any noise, and she can hear better than anybody. Owls eat smart animals all the time. You guys got a great big brain. You go running in the woods and I boom right into a tree. Everybody's got their own adaptations. Hers is not wisdom, so everything else. Thanks, Dave. When they called me to ask if I could come do this program, they said, do you have any experience doing the fur trade? And I said, well, I've been singing in a Voyager group for 33 years. Does that count? I said, yeah, we'd like you to come. I'm fine. So we came out, and I called my buddy Dave. I'm from Indiana. He's from Wisconsin. And he's one of my Voyager singing buddies, who's also a falconer. We figured that there's 2 Voyager falconers in the world that we're in. How many people can you call? Hey, Dave, yeah, bring all your Voyager gear and your gloves. I think what gets us most about birds of prey is their absolute mastery of the air. So doing a fly bird loose for you. She can go anywhere she wants, no strings attached. She lands on the tent, she goes to the tree. So here are my rules. I need everybody to stay in their seat if you're sitting. If you're standing, that's fine, just stay where you are, all right? Everybody look around, no dogs. So these birds, a dog is a dangerous coyote. We don't want that to happen. So everybody be cool. If you're in your seat, stay in your seat. Rule number 2, keep your hands down. If she does happen to fly out over you, do not reach up and try to touch this bird when she flies by. They don't like it, it's not safe, hands down. Promise?
Yes.
And rule number 3, if the bird does happen to fly out over you, you look up, keep your mouth shut. Rule number 3 is a joke. Nobody ever gets pooped on. You know why? Because birds poop before they take off. It lightens the load. We've discussed this.
Good thing he's not flying a turkey vulture.
Ready? You're fine. You're fine. You're fine.
This, my friends, is a Harris hawk. They're not native to Indiana. This is Illinois. Is that where I am? This is a desert scrubland bird from the Southwest. Went down to Arizona, New Mexico. You might say Harris hawk sitting on a cactus down there. Now, a couple things you folks should know. She's supposed to wait till I call her. There we go. She got a little piece of chicken when she lands on my glove. That does not make her a chicken hawk. That just means a chicken is cheaper than mice. Now, not only is she a different color than the red-tailed hawk, she's a different design. See, she's got those long, skinny legs. When you live in the desert, your prey might get into a bush or a cactus, and you wouldn't be able to get it. But those long, skinny legs gives her one last shot. Here in this part of the country, the little gray Cooper's hawk that's catching birds at your bird feeder, same kind of thing. Long, skinny legs. She's also got a long tail. Come here. No hunting during the show, baby. She's as It's those robins who are yelling at me. Let me take care of that. See how she lands in my glove and she goes, mine, 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 all mine? That long tail is maneuverability. Now the harrisock is a unique bird of prey, but the only bird of prey that we know of that hunts like a pack of wolves. Can you imagine that? This 2-pound bird might go after a 10-pound jackrabbit. She couldn't do that by herself. The whole family would help her. It'd be like wolves going after a moose or a caribou. It's the only bird of prey that does that. A couple of things you folks should also know. This bird is ready for her lunch, but she is not starving. If I were to starve this bird just to get her to fly to me like that, that would be counterproductive. You see how strong she is flying up into that tree? She's in great shape. She's all muscle. She just knows that this is her opportunity to get a reward. When you work with a bird, particularly bird of prey, you can't make them do anything they don't want. We're used to making animals, huh? Put a horse in the horse's mouth, turn his head, collar on a dog, sit. You can't do that with a bird. If she's sitting up in a tree and I call her, she doesn't come, I can't hit her with a rolled up newspaper. It's all a matter of reward for what she's doing. These robins are trying to get her to leave.
There's a nest over there.
Robin died, huh?
There's a nest over there.
I was doing a show at another location. We were there for 2 shows a day, 7 days a week, for 3 months. And I was flying a little male harrisock over the audience for every show, and the grackles would chase him. That behavior is called mobbing. They're trying to get the predator to leave. And the grackles learned that I was the bird guy. And even if I didn't have a bird with me, I'd walk down the path, and the grackles would do that to me.